October 26th of 2004 was the first time that I ever got arrested in my life. And the reason was they came over to do a welfare check and also a child welfare check. They had received phone calls that there was domestic violence going on in my home and neglect of my children due to my drug use. And so they came, and CPS was with the sheriffs, and they removed my children. And of course, like any mother, I just was scared. You know, I got scared. I didn't want them to get taken from me, and I started, you know, fighting back. And so I got arrested for the first time in my life. I was 26 years old. During the time that I was incarcerated, my parents had custody of my kids, and they did not allow me to see my kids, especially through a glass. They were not going to be okay with bringing the children over and letting me see them. So there was periods of time, 7, 8 months, that I did not get to visit with my kids at all. It was only until I went to minimum security that what happened is that there's an organization, Friends Outside, and they came in to provide a kids' day. And I talked to my parents and asked them, told them it wasn't going to be through glass. It was going to be like an interaction visit. And so they were okay with that. I think they brought my kids and my niece. And I don't think that any children should really have to go through that. You know, because I don't really know. I mean, I know that my son has experienced seeing that through the glass, and I just didn't want to be looked at like that. I didn't want them to see me just behind. I was so broken myself, though. I was just in a horrible state and just completely depressed and down. That I don't think that would have been good for my kids to see me like that. I remember, you know, saying, like, being out there completely strung out and saying, like, all I want is to be able to be at home with my children. That's all I want. If I could do that, I will stay clean. And when I got that opportunity, I ran with it. I was like, I have them, and I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize them getting taken away from me ever again. I only stay clean one day at a time. You know, I only stay focused on what's going on today. But I mean, I think about it today. When I get those cravings, those urges, those wants to take something, I think about it. I'm like, I don't ever want to feel alone again. I don't ever want to be away from my children, and I don't ever want to hate the person that I am, you know. So that's what keeps me really strong. I have an awesome family. My family is so supportive. Every single person and my family is really supportive of everything that I do. I just think it's really important the way that sometimes you don't know who's really out there to help you. You think, you know, maybe it's just going to be your family, maybe it's going to be this person, but I think in order for me or for anybody to stay clean, we definitely need a community of different people. I think a huge motivation for me to get clean and stay clean was, first of all, that I was sick and tired of returning to jail. And sick and tired of being alone. I didn't want to be alone anymore. I'd been out there, and it was just awful. I had awful experiences. I overdosed twice in 1 week. And I think it was fear. I was just really scared. I did not want my kids to grow up knowing that their mom died of an overdose. And so I reached out. I asked for help, and I went to somebody that I never thought I would ask help. I asked probation for some help, and that's how I was able to go to the last treatment program. And I believe today that they saved my life. It saved my life, you know.
Work right now is hard to find regardless, and then like with all the tattoos and whatnot, and then with the record especially, you know, you can't go into anywheres, and like even if you go somewhere and you tell them, hey, you know, I'm doing good, or you know, the felonies and all that, I just got way too many felonies or whatnot. So when I was locked up, you know, I did a lot of drawing, and you know, I do a lot of time in the hole, and in the hole you're locked down a lot of the time, so you spend time drawing, reading, doing whatever you do. And I did a lot of drawing, you know, I got kind of good at it. And now that I got out, you know, instead of running around or going back and continuing, yeah, I use it to make money now, you know. I don't go out and commit crimes. I don't go out and, you know, rob people, break into houses, or sell drugs or use drugs, or, you know, I just got out of that completely, and I used what I learned in there, brought it out here to better myself, you know. I mean, it's slow work, drawing or tattooing. I mean, how many people come every day and say, hey, I want to draw you? Not too many. Tattoos, yeah, they do, you know, but it's not like a steady income, but it's something that I can support myself with, where I don't got to run around and be stupid again, and I don't got to go back to prison, you know. So I use that to my benefit, you know. And everybody around here sees and knows. I mean, a lot of people know me or whatnot, cops and everything, and they see like, okay, he's doing cool. They see the little tattoo equipment when they come over for the parole searches or whatever. And they see it all, that's your equipment. I mean, they know I'll be tattooing in here or whatever, and they don't say nothing. They let me be. I'm not bothering nobody. I stick to myself, and I just do it like that. When I first got arrested, I was a little youngster. I went to juvenile hall, and right there started like just wanting to send things out to girls or dumb things like that. And I started like tracing over precious moments and like dumb the little girls in the swings and things like that, and then tracing them over. And then from there, just when, like, for a while I was like that, or like, and then I just started getting just like better and better, throughout the years. I mean, I spent a lot of years in juvenile hall, and then from ranches to group homes to all that, and I always ran and took off and just was always back and forth out of juvenile hall and then to county jail, and then from there, I mean, you just always have a lot of time, I mean, you work out and do other things, but for the most part, I mean, you're just kicking back all day, I'd sit there for hours on end, like, I'd handle my responsibilities, but I'd sit there for hours, just drawing for hours, and I'd rethink everything, or conversations that I had before, or just anything, and just, I'd stop because my back was hurting from sitting down, or, on the bunk, and just, I would just draw, I would just lose myself in the drawings, When I send artwork to people when I'm locked up or whatever, I'll send it to somebody, but I like sending them to people if they're going to appreciate it and put it up on the wall, you know what I'm saying? I spend hours and hours and hours doing the art. If I'm going to send you something and then you're just going to throw it on top of the refrigerator, it's like, oh, come on, dude, I just spent, all week sitting here doing it or whatever. But if you enjoy it, I won't sell art either. Like, I'll sell pieces here and there if I'm locked up or whatever, but for the most part, if you want something, I'll do it and I'll give it to you. And you'll send it to your old lady, and they're always coming back like, oh, she loved it, thank you, and that's what I enjoy more. Just the point of people liking the art, That's why I like to take my time, or even the drawings, I don't like to half-ass them, because then it's my work that's showing up. Right now there's like a lot of pieces of mine sitting Sacramento, Stockton, Fresno, or framed up somewhere, and they don't know that I'm the one that did it, but I know I'm the one that did it, and everybody that passes by that living room and sees it, they tell that person, oh, that's bad right there, and they're talking about my work, and I like that. Well, the things that I draw just depends on like how I'm feeling that day, or when I get up. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll draw something that's just like, not crazy, but a little more like, you could just tell the mood in it, you know what I'm saying? You look at something, you can tell it's not going to be fairies and butterflies, or, or it depends if I'm thinking about somebody, I'm going to send them something, it's what I think that person would like, so I'll draw that, or just different things, or I like fantasy art, or like dragons, or it just has to be detailed, or like with faces, I like to sit there and try to make them look realistic, because you see faces, people draw faces, and they look cartoonish, or they look, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to get the shading right and make it look cool, so it just depends, you know what I'm saying? I like to draw everything, a little bit of everything. Yeah, it always passes the time, but yeah, I mean, being locked up helped me. I mean, to do the artwork anyways. If not, I wouldn't have the time to start. I probably wouldn't have started doing it earlier just because. I like tattooing. I like to be able to just wake up whenever I want to wake up and set my little appointments. And I mean, I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying? But I live comfortable and I got everything that I need. So yeah, it's fine for now. That was one of my friends right on the side of his neck. And I tattooed it right here and I dug him out bad. And it's scarred and everything came out crazy. That was the first time I tattooed. I remember tattooing him right there. And then we had a gun. And then I started with my fingers, putting dots on my fingers, and that's why I got all these crooked old dots. And yeah, we just, I don't know, just started going from there. Just tattooing anything, letters, just everything all crooked, just dumb. It was just tattooing on each other. I got some mess ups too. There's these arms, got these sleeves. It's a bunch of different work from different people, just times here and there. Thrown out different prisons here, these arms. Well, this, the neck. This I'm getting removed. This is coming off. The face is coming off. I want to get them off. They're just too noticeable. They're just gang related. Just stupid tattoos that I regret, They show everywhere. You can't walk around nowhere. You can't go to the beach, Take off your shirt. I go to the beach and take off a shirt and just, everybody and their moms is tripping, They be looking, just attracts too much attention. I mean, I got them, but yeah, I'm working on taking them off now, but I got them different places, But I just started, so it's going to take a minute to get them off. Got to work on it. It hurts more taking them off than it does putting them on, I'll tell you that. This, and then right here on the side, the W and the fingers. Get them off. I mean, I would have preferred to, instead of being in juvenile hall, to actually graduated high school and like gone to the prom and went to college, you know what I'm saying, and been a bachelor right now and not have to worry about bills and kids and, have a good education, making 30, 40 bucks an hour, living by myself in a studio, just running around, going to work and enjoying myself. Yeah, that would be fantastic. But I mean, it's not, the way that I chose to grow up and the things that I choose to do, just, I'm on a whole another freeway from that one, Eventually, I'll probably go back to school and go do that, you know, whatever. But right now, I'm just trying to adjust to getting out and setting my foundation and being cool, and you know, where I stay and where I live, and you know, I want to move out of this little neighborhood. I want to live here forever, you know, kicking back right here, watching everybody pass by. I see so many people pass by right here, you know, and like I try to stay out of the makes and out of the trouble and out of all that, you know, and I'm doing good, and I rarely go to the bars or, you know, I mean, I'm 21, I can go to the bar and do whatever I want to do. I don't know, right now I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to make the 1 year mark. That's my thing right now, and the thing is, I get up every morning, and when I get up every morning, I don't do anything that's going to put me in jail, so I'm not going to go to jail, you know? How many people wake up every day and go to work, come home, raise their family, clean their house, do their dishes, throw out their garbage, tired as hell, go to sleep, wake up and do it again and never go to jail? A lot. Because they don't do things that put them in jail. So that's just, I'm not doing things that put me in jail. But I'm just taking it nice and slow, because I know the way that I am, everything starts going at a fast pace, and it just, by the time I'm speeding and I get arrested, you know? So I'm just going nice and slow. I'm not worried about nothing. I just kick back right here, and I'm good. Yeah.
I was 14 when I found out that my mom had been embezzling money from her job. It was a county job, and she first went to county jail, and then after she was tried, she went to Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, and she's serving a 20-year sentence, which is now reduced to half time with good behavior, so a 10-year sentence. Wow. And it's been, I can't believe it, but I think it's been almost 7 years. When she went to jail, I was initially put in foster care because of a lot of circumstances. There wasn't anyone locally who could supervise me all during the week. So I went to foster care, and a lot of strange things happened. I switched houses a few times, ended up living with another family member. Yeah. I know she feels a lot of regret for letting me, I know she feels regret for the fact that I had to be in foster care, for the fact that I had a really unstable part of my life. I don't feel resentful toward her. I don't feel ashamed of her, but she does feel ashamed. She is really sorry for what she's done, and she's just looking forward to getting her life back. I can't be angry at the woman who raised me, who taught me to be the way I am. The thing about my mom is, it really surprised everyone when we found out that she'd been doing this. I was always raised to know not to steal, not to lie. I was raised with like a good set of morals, I like to believe, and it was really just a shock. That's what I felt mostly when everything was first happening. Just shock. My mom's really sad that she can't watch me graduate. She was sad that she couldn't watch me graduate from high school. She was really hoping that some of the initiatives to release non-violent elderly offenders early would pass, but nothing's happened so far. So yeah, she's gonna have to wait the next 3 years to finish her sentence. Yeah, she's really sad about it. I'm really sad about it. She's come to the realization that she's just gonna have to serve her entire sentence